let's go get it. I need to tame my poodle right now because Nadia knows how to evoke emotion in anyone. If I allow Nadia to open her mouth, we'd all be going home now.
I'm here for Kanye playing peacemaker, trying to pacify Nadia, trying to pacify Annie, trying to make sure that everybody is cordial just to get along. But hey, I'm not sure how I feel about all this drama. Am I the only one who feels some type of way about season two? I like Young, Famous, and African season one. I didn't think there was drama, but I didn't think it was as much as it is this season. I don't know whether the producers have asked them for more drama or whether Netflix has asked them for more drama because it's way too toxic. It's way too many, clicks and way too many clashes. But anyway, I digress. Hey there. Thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to click the like button and turn on your notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely subscribe. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Young, Famous, and African season 2, episode 1. I did watch season 1, but at the time I didn't think to review it because I watched it very late and I was a bit hesitant to watch it, but I really enjoyed it. So this season starts with Diamond Platts. I like Diamond Platts. I like his music. So he asks Naked to sort of help him host a party to bring everybody back together. I think there was a lot of clash and commotion after season 1 ended. So then we have Kanye come in and meet up with Naked. They've been friends. They always don't see eye to eye. That's a given. She says she now lives in Dubai, although she's still South African, but takes a bath elsewhere. And it's nice to see her. One thing I like is it shows the sort of upper class lifestyle in Africa. Because people always have this perception that, oh, Africans are suffering, blah, blah. Whereas there are some people who live way better lifestyles than people in first world countries. Anyway, I digress. So they are having a conversation about Naked and his relationship with Kaylee, his girlfriend, and Kanye is sort of saying that although they look amazing on Instagram, that's not a guarantee that their relationship is doing very well. And it's just like, oh God, the shade. Anyway, then we have Zara meet up with Swanky. I liked Swanky in season 1. I don't know about this Swanky of season 2. I don't know what's going on there. The fact that he's fallen out with his best friend Annie doesn't make sense to me because I thought he was great friends with Annie, and I thought that would have been nice for the show. But suddenly, they are not in good books. I don't know whether they've decided to play it out this way. That way, they get more screen time. That way, they get more storylines, or something is off because they both don't want to say what's wrong. Annie's sort of highlighting that maybe it's because of the issues that Annie was having in her life, and Swanky didn't want that to sort of taint his image. And Jerry just says, "Well, I need to speak to Annie first before I can tell anyone." And it's like, okay, it is what it is. But I don't suddenly get his friendship with Zara. That I'm still not sure about because I don't know how they came together. Maybe I missed it in season 1. Maybe I need to go back and watch season 1. Hey, anyway, I think Zara's friendship with Swanky is more bonding over their uh, combined dislike for Annie because Annie and Zara don't get along already, and I think Swanky has decided to sort of join that bandwagon, and that way the two of them are sort of going against Annie, which doesn't make sense to me because I've always liked Annie. I don't know. I haven't liked some of her posts on Instagram and stuff, but I think she's an amazing person. So I don't get why the commotion and what is actually going on with that friendship and why Swanky has felt the need to suddenly align himself with Zara. I think Kanye and Annie's relationship is quite cute. I really hope the show doesn't taint that. I like the fact that they really get along. They seem to like each other. One is very bougie, Kanye, and Annie says she's the one who's down to earth because she speaks a pidgin English and stuff. And so I like their friendship. I think they bonded because they initially had the wrong perception of each other and they sort of got to know one another and realized that they had more in common than they didn't. Because I remember last season there was a clash because Kanye said she lives next door to her daughter. Her daughter has her own apartment and she has hers. And Annie was saying, how can you mother like that? How can you mother your child next door? You're supposed to be there living with your child and guiding them and protecting them and caring for them. And I think this is what they clashed about in season 1. So it's nice to see them as friends in the season. And I know there is a sort of, during the promo, there was a clip of them maybe possibly falling out, which I hope really doesn't happen because I think Annie brings something different to the show. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, they do talk about Two Face's children because he has 5 children from prior relationships, and he only has 2 with Annie. And so I think that is a problem in itself. And it was highlighted in season 1 where they were talking about the fact that he needs to prioritize his wife and not be prioritizing his baby mamas. But anyway, they seem to be in a good place with Kanye. They are having a conversation. Obviously, they do talk about the issues that she's having with Swanky, and nothing is really brought up about her the clash. They both, Annie and Swanky, don't want to say exactly what it is. This is why, to me, it sounds like it's made of beef. But then, anyway, I digress. I really like the OG cast from season 1. And I love Nadia and Angela meeting up. The shade they were throwing each other, they're crazy. So it seems they haven't seen each other for a while. I think everybody was trying to, hit the ground running with all that sort of publicity that came from season 1, sort of trying to make something of themselves. So they are having a conversation. Nadia now talks. She's got a new boyfriend, but her new boyfriend used to date her best friend or one of her friends, and sort of Angela brings that up, that okay, so why are you not friends with your friend anymore? And Nadia goes into her feelings that, oh my god, he's being shady, I don't know why he's bringing this up. And it's like, well, he has to bring it up because she's going to come onto the show at some point, so it is going to be your storyline, so it has to be addressed. And for me, it doesn't make sense. Nadia seems like a very beautiful girl. She seems very bubbly and social, so I don't get why she always has to date these sort of guys that are linked to somebody else. Last time it was Diamond. Now it's this new guy. She seems hopelessly in love. So I don't know how that turns out. And then once Adelaide throws shade, Nadia decides to throw shade on Adelaide as well, because she asks him after Annie and Two Faces' wedding, where did you go? And he goes, I went to see Zari, and Diamond was there. And it's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, the drama, the mess. It's going to be crazy in season 2, because I could tell, even though Diamond and Zari are no longer in a sort of romantic relationship, I think because of the kids, everyone is right to say Angela should have told Diamond. He shouldn't have expected Diamond to just bump into them and then realize that, oh, he's making moves on his baby mama, because they are friends outside of his relationship with Zari. So I think, out of respect, you should have had a conversation with Diamond and told Diamond, okay, I will. I really like Zari. I would like to approach her. Do you mind if I approach her? And I think Diamond wouldn't have gone into his feelings as much as he is, because now Angela is now sort of questioning everything Diamond does. Diamond has invited them to the party. He's questioning, why did Diamond ask somebody naked to invite me? Why didn't he invite me himself? And it's like, you brought this on yourself. You can't complain. You brought this on yourself, so you have to deal with the consequences of your actions. Meets up. So Diamond meets up with Naked at the house that Naked has arranged for them to host the party at, and they're having a conversation of who's been invited. The fact that Naked asks Diamond, have you been hunting in Ghana? And it's like, oh my god, is he that notorious for chasing skirts that they have to, ask him whether he's been in a particular country just in case he's already dated someone there? And that's when he sort of mentioned that he's invited this Fantana girl who he's met through his radio show, because they have a habit of sort of trying to sort of introduce artists from different parts of the world, and that's how he met Fantana. And so Diamond, I think, is not really that bothered about Fontana until he sees Fontana, because his main focus is finding out who's been invited. Turns out Angela has been invited, and Diamond is in his feelings, and Naked is now thinking, God, I've already invited him. What do I do? I can't disinvite him, which is a bit awkward. But hey, everybody had to turn up. And so they then turn up at the party. Nadia's coming in. She's very happy. She's in this new relationship, so she's no longer interested in Diamond. She's no longer interested in the beef with Zari. She comes with Kaylee. And it's like, oh, okay, let the drama begin then. Because I think of everybody that came to the party, not just the only person who didn't have drama with anyone else. I think she was just there for the tea and was just there to start drama. And this is why at one point Kanye had to pull her away because she knew she was going to start beef. Zari is the one who starts trouble with Nadia. Nadia was minding her own business, but then if you come for her, she's going to come for you. And Zari, and it's interesting that this season Diamond is mad at Antele for exactly the same thing Zari was mad at at Nadia for, because last season Zari was mad at Nadia for the fact that she was dating Diamond, or they seemed interested in one another, Diamond. I don't know how far that went. And now that Andile is interested in Zari, Diamond is in his feelings. So Zari brings up, oh, you're dating a new man, blah, blah, blah. And then Nadia has to, shade her as well. I go, well, you're also dating a new man. How is that going? And Kaylee out of nowhere asks, is Andile coming? And it's like, seriously, why? Why? Why not just sit there and just watch everything as it transpires, and just put in your 2 cents when you're asked for them, instead of you just commenting on things that have nothing to do with you, Kaylee? Focus on your relationship with Naked and the issues that you have. Annie arrives. She looks amazing. But sadly she's on her own, obviously, because she's not in the best books with her friend. She arrives with Kanye, actually. They both look amazing. They just look like they're there to start, drama. Oh well, or they're just waiting for start with, they'll start and they won't be nothing. And it's, surprising to see Kanye actually greet Zari, because Zari last season and Kanye didn't get along. So I'm surprised that they seem cordial at the moment. They do seem cordial. So I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. I think some of the beef has been exaggerated this season, but there are people that you actually knew that they rubbed each other the wrong way on first meeting, and then people like now Annie and Jerry. I don't get that. I don't get that relationship and why there's chaos there. Oh my god, the drama at this table is something else. So obviously Annie and Zari are not in the best of books. Annie gets along with everybody else outside of Zari at the table at that point. So when they go to sit down with their plates, Kanye has already had a conversation with Annie that only speak to the people that you like if you feel uncomfortable speaking to other people, and that's okay with her. And so when they sit down, that just sort of highlighting, why don't you sit next to Zari? And it's like, why? We don't need plates flying. We don't need glasses flying. We've just barely sat down. Allow people to sit down and enjoy their meal first before anything happens. And then, as usual, Swanky has to make an entrance. He walks in, he greets everybody except for Annie, and makes it very obvious that he's not going to greet Annie. And it's just like, that's all not necessary. That's not necessary, really. That's not necessary. You didn't need to do that. This is someone who's been your friend for a long time. Whatever commotion you're having, keep that at home. You don't need to do that in public. Anyway, I digress. This dinner or whatever party or whatever it is was something else. I was Nadia. I wish I'd been invited just to sit there and just watch with my popcorn, just watching all the chaos. Because Naked and Andile arrive, you could see that something was off. And Andile is sort of like, I invited everyone to this party and you're divided into 2 sections. Why? Let's mix the group together. And you can see as soon as Diamond and Andile see each other, it's like, And the fact that Zari likes Andile, but she's sitting next to Diamond, and it's like, why? Why? Is he trying to claim his territory? What is going on? I don't know. I really don't know. And it was so tense. You could just see, and Nick and Nadia was just there eating it all up and enjoying herself, and she can't wait for the drama. The fact that she was commenting about the tension between Andile and Diamond, and she was looking to see what's going on. Zara should have left her alone. She should have talked about her relationship and everything else, because now it just created this chaos that is getting out of hand. They introduced the first girl that's coming in. Well, so Swanky introduces his new friend, Bongan Mateba. She seems amazing. Apparently, she's an on-air personality. She does everything. She's a businesswoman. She's into presenting, hosting, you name it, she's there. And I can see drama starting. I don't see her getting along with Zari or Kanye. I think there's going to be chaos because everybody wants to be the queen bee, and so I can see drama coming. And the fact that Swanky is the one who introduces her to the group doesn't make sense to me. As soon as she comes in, there is chaos because obviously she's friends. She used to be friends with Nadia, and Nadia is now dating her ex-boyfriend. So they have to sort of pull Nadia away to sort of pacify her before she comes back to the group. And it's like, why did Swanky bring her without telling Nadia? And this is now going to create chaos between Nadia and Swanky, because Nadia was cool. She didn't have any beef with anyone. Now Swanky introduces someone that she has beef with, and it's just going to, be all over the place. And as soon as the girls, Annie and Kanye, sort of go to pacify Nadia and sort of get her together, that way she can face Bonga, um, they Swanky sits in Annie's chair and it's like, why? Why are you looking for drama when there's no need for drama? There is really no need for drama. You didn't need to do that. It wasn't necessary. I think Swanky sat in Annie's seat on purpose. And I have to give it to Annie because she said, I'm not going to cause drama. After she tried to get him to stand up, and Diamond had to stand up for her to sit down, she excuses herself and she leaves, which I have to give her credit for, that she didn't want things to get out of hand and it wasn't necessary at somebody else's party. I think they need to address whatever issues they have alone without everybody else being there. And then Naked introduces Fantana, and it's just like, oh my god, you can see Diamond's eyes light up even though he has shades on, because Diamond, I think, loves the ladies. He really loves the ladies, and I can foresee Fontana and Zari fighting. The fact that she came in this outfit that was see-through, you could see everything. She might as well have just come in her thong and bra. Kaylee is now in her feelings because she's upset that Naked didn't tell her that he was bringing somebody else to the group, and it's just like, oh my god, why? Why? We don't need all this. Let's move on. I think it was a great first episode. I'm not sure how I feel about the drama though. I don't know how I feel about all this clash between people. I don't know whether people wanted storylines for this season. But hey, it is what it is. And Diamond has an appreciation for the ladies, and I think he's going to be chasing Fontana this season. He needs to settle down. He's fighting with Andele because he thinks Andele is going after Zari, but still at the same time he's got his eyes on everybody else, and it's like, why? Why? Calm down, bro. Calm down. But anyway, I digress. Thanks guys for watching. See you next time. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye everyone.